All right, it begins. I am a professional travel video guy. Again, still working on a better title, but we're headed across country. Loaded up the car. We are ready to go. It is, what time is it? It's almost 5 a.m. We're going to try to make it to Dallas today. That's 14 hours from here. It will be quite a stretch. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever driven 14 hours in one day. Probably, but I can't remember exactly when. I know my wife one time drove from Key West to the North Carolina mountains in one shot. So if she can do it, so can I. I've got the car all packed up. I've got 2 suitcases full of clothes. I pretty much just brought all my clothes because I couldn't decide. Oh yeah, when I was packing, one of my cats, Mercy, snuck into my car and peed on some of my clothes. I don't know if she didn't want me to leave or if she just wanted me to have something to remember her by. I'm taking the Carpetmobile, the Kia Soul. I had considered taking my wife's van. At first, what I thought was I could take out the seats and then put in an air mattress like Adam the Woo used to do with his van. But once I calculated the gas mileage, the van doesn't get as good gas mileage. And once I figured that out, the Kia gets so much better gas mileage that it would almost be the same price just to get hotel rooms and plus, hotels are a little nicer than sleeping in the back of a van. So you can use Priceline to get some cheap hotel rooms. We'll be careful not to get any, Dan Bell specials, but try to keep it on the low end. We're trying to save money here. We don't want to blow a bunch of money. This is a full-time job. This is, take every dollar seriously because we want to maximize the money that we can use to make videos and to travel. To avoid eating fast food all the time, I actually packed a cooler. Check this out. I'm going to make some sandwiches on the road. I got some Cajun turkey, some roast beef, some mustard, potato salad, some mozzarella sticks. Got some creamy horseradish sauce, some waters, and some Coke. Of course, drinking water. You got to have some Mio to flavor the water. What do we got? We got blue lemonade, and I actually found some Mio Tang. Like, it's not Mio brand, but it's Tang that you can squirt in water. I have been driving, 3.5 hours. I haven't stopped yet, which is good for me, because I usually can't go more than an hour with stopping to see something or check something out. So making good time. Kind of how I'm going to try to do while I'm on the road for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to try to do a vlog, either do a vlog every day or a live stream, so I can put some content out there. And how I do my vlogs is, I like to do the locations or roadside attractions, the big ones. I try to do them as one video, one dedicated video, and then the vlogs are kind of the smaller attractions, not less exciting, just stuff that can't fill up a whole 10-15 minute video. So kind of do that as kind of a mashup of smaller attractions, things I'm doing, random things I have to say. We'll try to do that, like I said, once a day. I may break it up and do a live stream instead, just depending. Maybe I'll do a vlog and a live stream. Who knows? Now, I've come across a mild catastrophe. I bought this big bucket of potato salad, but I didn't bring a spoon. So I'm going to have to eat it with my hands, like an animal. Or maybe eat it with my car keys. I don't know, that doesn't sound very sanitary. This whole thing, pretty crazy, isn't it? When I was a kid, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I was really quiet as a kid. If you told me that I was going to be a professional entertainer, that I would have thought that was the most insane thing ever. Because, yeah, I was a kid. I was a shy little kid. I was afraid when I was in the store. I was so shy. I was afraid to even buy things because I didn't want to have to talk to the person behind the counter. So the idea that my face and my voice are being broadcast out to thousands of people is insane. Absolutely insane. I remember in high school, you know, they try to figure out what you're going to do, what career or path you're going to go into, and I had no clue. Like, I was the least, you know, the least determined kid there. Just had no concept of what I wanted to do with myself, with my future. And I remember they put me in a room full of computers. It was a group of people. They put us in a room full of computers, and they said, you have to pick what you're going to be. You have to decide. So I guess, you know, so they could help you, you know, get ready for college. And I told the lady, I don't know what I want to be. Can I go back to class? She's like, no, you know, you can't leave this room. You got to pick something. So I'm like, crap, I'm stuck in this room until I figure out what I want to do with my life. And so I sat down on the computer and they like listed all these different jobs that you could do. And my dad was a hotel manager. That was the only job it was the only job I could think of. And so I picked that I wanted to be a hotel manager, and they let me go back to class. But I never ended up being a hotel manager. I went to college. I was still unsure. I took some teaching classes. Just didn't really feel right. Didn't really feel like it was what I was meant to do. Again, you know, speaking in front of a crowd of children sounded terrifying. My wife had decided to go into social work, and I started reading, you know, some of her books, talking to her about what she was learning, and it was really fascinating. Kind of the sociology aspect behind it was really fascinating to me. So I started taking social work classes, and I loved them. They were just really, really fascinating, really interesting things. Got to learn about people, about the way people think, about the way society is, and I ended up graduating with a social work degree. And you know, when you have a social work degree, you know, there's a lot of different things you can do. But you know, one field that's always looking for people is child protective services. So I went into that. Was nervous, scared, but did it for 10 years. 10 years working with neglected and abused children. I was what you would call an investigator. You know, we get reports of abuse and neglect, and then basically it was my job to determine if they're true or not. I enjoyed it. It's really, you know, it's really interesting, really fascinating job. I got a lot of just amazing adventures, amazing stories from working in child protective services. Yeah, I learned how to interview abused children. I guess I still can, but not legally. I can interview. I was taught how to do forensic interviews, which I was always a huge fan of. I love the forensic interviewing techniques and, you know, how they work. Really fascinating stuff to me. But that's behind me for the time being. I got a whole new adventure. This is absolutely mad that I'm doing this. This is my job now. It's exciting, but man, did not expect my life to take a turn, my path to take a turn like this. I always wanted to do something creative. I mean, even I say I didn't know what I wanted to do. I always wanted a creative outlet. You know, I never even really entertained the idea that I would do something professionally creative, but I love the idea of, you know, just trying to at least get something out there creative, and that's, you know, why I started with photography, just kind of an outlet. I used to, you know, try to write stories. I'm not a very good writer. I have good ideas. I'm just not good at putting them to paper. But yeah, and then this video thing came along, and to some degree it took off, and it's who I am now, and that is super exciting. Arkansas is the natural state. Wonder what state is the unnatural state. So I've been trying to figure out a way to eat my potato salad because I did not bring a spoon. And I go into gas stations, and gas stations don't really sell spoons for some reason. I used my brain. I stopped and got a McFlurry. So all I have to do is eat this ice cream, and then I can use this spoon to eat my potato salad. I am just about made it to Texas. All I gotta do is step over this line. All right, we are in Texas. This is actually Texas state line right here in front of the Federal Post Office in Texarkana. Now, Texarkana is a city that lies both in Texas and in Arkansas. It's pretty crazy, almost like a weird mashup of George W. Bush and Bill Clinton. So now I'm in Texas, and all I gotta do, a few little jumps and a hop, and I am back in Texas. I'm in Arkansas, I'm in Texas, I'm in Arkansas, and then back to Texas. Now I wonder the difference. You think it must be difficult for local authorities to operate in two different states at the same time. You know, what if the laws are different in Texas and different in Arkansas? My guess is you probably want to stay in Arkansas because they give everyone the death penalty in Texas, right? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the difference between Texas and Arkansas. Let's take a look over at Arkansas. We got a bar over there. Got a bar. I think that's another bar right next to it. And then it looks like maybe a liquor store down the street there. Now let's go see what's in Texas. Oh, it's like 3 churches. So, gather what you will. Texas is full of churches. Arkansas is full of liquor. Okay, this is possibly the most highly anticipated potato salad I've ever eaten in my life. I've purchased this yesterday, kept it in my fridge. I was going to eat it for lunch. I didn't have a spoon, so I had to go to McDonald's, order a McFlurry, throw out the ice cream, and keep the spoon. I'm just kidding, I ate the ice cream. So let's see if this mustard potato salad is worth the wait. It was worth it. All right, folks. I'm right outside of Dallas. It is not right outside of Dallas. Probably about two hours from Dallas. And I've been driving. It's almost 10 o'clock. Been driving since 5 in the morning. This is insane. Whew. Luckily, in my next couple days, I might be driving as much. I'll be driving an insane amount, but not this insane. Not this many freaking hours. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to enjoy my potato salad. This one's in the bag.